Hi, it's Dia. Today I used my iPad Pro 12.9 and my Apple Pencil to color this picture. And I figured I would post it today because I wanted to show how many changes and how many mistakes and the whole process that I go through to get a picture done. Of course, this is going to be much faster. Put it this way, it's not in real time. So I started out with a dark background and I started to put white in there. I hated it, so I got rid of it. And then I put a blue background, hated it, got rid of it. I started to do the books a little bit because I figured maybe that would give me a better idea. So there's so much detail in this picture. Oh, those are the eyes. I did them in 3 different colors. And that was the first thing in the picture that I liked. And I made the cat bluish gray just because I thought maybe I wanted there to be some kind of blue or depth in there. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about the iPad for a minute because I was so against it. I was one of those people who had been drawing since I was a child. And I'm almost 60 years old. And I don't know. I had a thing. I just wanted it to all be real. I wanted it to be with a pen and paper and crayons and ink. And then I realized I make so many changes and so many mistakes. And so I figured I would give it a whirl. And I tried someone's iPad and it seemed like almost an impossibility to get used to because it's harder to learn things, in my humble opinion, when you're older. But once I got the iPad, I kind of got addicted because you can do so many things with so many different layers. And you can make mistakes. It's forgiving. And rather than redoing the whole thing or crying or almost crying because you spilled something or you made a mistake or for instance, right here, there's a black background. I didn't quite hate it. It was the best background that I had at that point, but I still wasn't in love with it at all. And so I started to make lines in the back because I was giving like an idea of wallpaper. Nothing was working for that background. All the detail, and the hardest thing for me was that background. Anyway, so I ignored the background again, and I started to do the hair, and I started to do her dress, and I started to even look up the books that I had drawn. This is actually a picture from one of my older coloring books, and I wanted to make the books in it magical because the coloring book was called Everyday Magic. So those are my favorite, or some of my favorite magical books. So I looked the books up to see what they actually looked like, and I wanted to have some kind of semblance of what they would really look like on a shelf. For instance, the Harry Potter book, although it's not exactly perfect and Hedwig isn't truly on the side of the book, I decided to add Hedwig, but use the real colors from the Harry Potter book. And I was able to blend them and make it look similar. Anyway, I ended up falling in love with the iPad Pro, and I have an old one. I haven't even updated yet. I have the original one with the original iPencil, and I use Procreate, which is this amazing app that costs, I don't even know how they do it. It's like under $10, and it's got almost the power of Photoshop. Although, yes, you can have endless layers in Photoshop, and sometimes I would absolutely love that. I don't know, this was so intuitive. So if you're looking to start, I would recommend the iPad Pro 12.9. Even get the smaller one if you're not doing anything professionally, because it's a wonderful machine. Oh, finally, the background here. I finally picked a color that I think is, anyway, halfway decent. So anyway, iPad Pro 12.9, iPad Pencil, At this point, I would probably get all new because why not? And the charging abilities are much easier with the new pencil, with the new iPad. And Procreate, that amazing app that I currently use that I would say rivals Photoshop. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.